Force and pressure. Let us talk about pressure today. Okay, let's suppose you have two iron nail, one with sharp end, another with blunt end. If you strike them with a hammer and with equal amount of force, let us you are applying a force which is equal. Okay, you're applying force on both these nails. So the one that will go inside the wall easily is the sharp needle. Why? Because it has less area. If you talk about this area, the area that will come in contact with wall, here it is more with blunt, while with sharp it is less. Though we are applying same amount of force, but still will have different effect depending upon the area. Okay, so if we want to have the different type of effect, it is just not the force that matter, it is also the area. So when you take in account both the force and area, you're basically talking about pressure. Okay, so the effect of force depends on the area of the object on which it acts. Okay, so it will act on wall and the area of the wall is accounted here. If we talk about this sharp needle, so only this much area of wall will be in contact with the nail. If you talk about the blunt iron nail, then more amount of area will be in contact with the wall. Okay, now how do we define pressure? Pressure is the force acting on a unit area of the object. Let us talk about the formula in SI unit of pressure. This is the formula. Pressure is equal to force upon area. Now, pressure is equal to force upon area. Force is measured in Newton, while area is measured in meter square. So, the SI unit becomes Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square can be replaced by Pascal. You can either write Newton per meter square or you can directly write Pascal with capital P and small a. Pascal was the scientist who worked on the concept of pressure. Let us talk about the factors on which the pressure depends. Obviously, the formula is pressure equal to force upon area. So, these are the two things, the magnitude of force and the area over which the force acts. Now, look at the formula again. Because now in this formula, pressure is equal to force upon area, right? Now, pressure and force, they are in front of one another. Okay, so they vary directly. That means if you increase force, pressure will automatically increase, and if you decrease force, pressure will also decrease. That means I'm using these arrows. If you increase force, pressure will increase, and if you decrease force, if you decrease the force, then pressure will also decrease. Okay, now if we talk about this pressure and area, they vary indirectly. That means if you increase area, pressure will react oppositely. That means it will decrease. And if you decrease area, the pressure will increase. Okay, and we use this thing in our daily life. I hope this is clear. Where this arrow that goes up, it is increase, and this downward is decrease. Let me just recapitulate it for you. Pressure and force, they vary directly. So if you increase the force, the pressure will also increase, and if you decrease the force, the pressure will also decrease. Whereas pressure and area, they vary indirectly. If you increase area, pressure decreases. If you decrease area, pressure increases. Now let us see some applications of this. Now we use sharp knife to cut. Now when you are using sharp and blunt, okay, so with sharp the area is less. That means you are increasing the pressure. Okay, now shoulder bags. Now shoulder bags, they have broad strip. you are increasing the area so that you decrease the pressure. Obviously you want the pressure on your shoulders to be less, so you increase the area of your strap of your bag so that you have less pressure on your shoulders. Let us see two more applications. Tractors, they have broad tires. Again, broad tires means you are increasing area. If you increase the area, the pressure will decrease, so the tires, they will not go into the ground, they will not sink. Okay, now let us talk about the sewing needle. Okay, now it is sharp. It is sharp means the area is less, so the pressure the needle will apply will be more. It will easily go inside wherever you want it to go. It will easily go inside the cloth. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for